Alright, well today is June 1st, and my brother and I are headed into a spot we checked out at the beginning of turkey season. We're going to go glass for some bears. Neither of us have a tag, but we're at the beginning stages of our journey with bears, so we just want to kind of get to know them a little more and see if we can see something. Anyways, it's going to be a good day. A lot of green up in this spot. We're pretty low down, 3,200. So, not really sure what the day will hold, but should be a good one. So, we're going to head in there and see what we can see. We, of course, always have to do the walkie-talkie check. We don't always, it's just fun. Check 1 2, check 1 2, can you hear me? Copy that. Okay, we're all set. I'm just telling the camera here that that glassing spot is about 700 yards and we're gonna head in, yeah. We decided we were just gonna bring all the glassing gear. So he's got the binoculars with the case. I've got the spotter and tripod in the back. And I believe he brought a smaller tripod too for some GoPros. So we're looking forward to seeing what we can find. Any thoughts?
Can we go up there for the glassing spot?
This will loop around.
We've got a camera in here that we're gonna check. It's been here for almost 60 days, so there should be a lot on that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. See what's on there. I'll start to see that opening up there.
That's good.
It goes pretty quick when there's not a lot of ground to cover.
All this wild rose they'll hammer because of the berries.
Bears will?
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing will open up and we'll be able to see a lot of ground, so I think we're both feeling pretty confident, but only time will tell. Huckleberry bushes in here. Some kind of animal.
Turkey.
Turkey?
Yep, 2 of them.
Wait, get on camera, get on camera.
Can you see the camera and tripod?
Guys, we got a turkey. 2 of them.
Should have came here.
Well, that was easy. Guys, we've literally been here for like 30 seconds. Thank you. That is pretty funny because we came here April 7th, the day before opening day. We saw some turkeys up front and it was a hen and a jake. Some hens and a jake. And we were like, nah, we're not gonna hunt here because we didn't see a tom. And now we come here and it's like 30 seconds and we pick up some turkeys.
You getting those on film?
Yeah, I already got a bunch of footage. Dude, now I can't find those turkeys.
Go to the top of the ridge.
Okay, but you see that white rock? That's what I'm looking at as a reference point.
Yeah, just go like straight down from there, and there's one right to the right.
The white rock right next to the tree?
Yeah.
Oh, holy cow. That is a really nice tom, Forrest.
Get on film.
Oh my gosh. Is he strutting?
No.
Dude, that is a really nice tom. That is a very nice tom.
That's the first animal spot.
Side pocket all the way down. Alright, well let me just mark this thing on Onyx real quick. Sorry, I'm kind of jacking out. There you go. I'll clean this thing. That is a very nice tom, Forrest.
And then go to the far of the white rock and go above that, and it's straight above that.
Got her.
I looked at that like 4 times.
I looked right over that too.
I looked at that thing like 4 times. I was like, there's no way that's not something. I thought it was a deer. Trevor spotted this elk, and then I found the elk, the one he spotted, and then before he spotted that, I'd been looking at pretty much the same area, just a little bit to the left. And I thought there was a deer there because I saw it go behind a tree and then it would come out. And I looked there again when River found the elk, and I was like, oh, that's another elk. And then I came over here and I was like, yeah, it's another elk. Then, yeah, so two elk and 3 turkeys so far.
She probably just was better than just stood up.
Almost one we're trying to make a stalk on.
You want to? I'll stay here. Go do it.
How far is it on your phone?
It's not that far for us. Go do it. And then pick up the camera and don't check it and just come back with it.
Alright, I'll do it.
Okay, wait, no, let's think through this though. So, where do you want that? Okay, so do you see the white rocks, and then do you see the tree just below the white rocks?
Yes.
The lone tree right there.
Yeah.
That's your first
I'll go
destination.
there.
And then when you get there, you wait for me, okay?
Okay.
We just spotted those elk, and we decided we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Forrest is gonna take the GoPro, binoculars, and he's gonna sneak down and pick his way up through this other hillside. He's gonna hit the logging road, and then take that upper logging road until he gets to that birch. We're gonna check in there. When he gets to the birch, oh, and that might be another elk. Hold on. No, okay. When he gets to the birch, we're gonna check in, and then there's that little open spot, right? He's gonna have to get across the open spot, and there's a lone white tree just below these white rocks. And if he gets to the white rocks, he'll be like 40 yards from the elk. So he's gonna sneak to there. I got a walkie-talkie. He's got a walkie-talkie. We're gonna check, make sure everything's good. Let's see if he'll respond. Check 1, 2. I am recording a quick interview. Just for the interview, respond if you can hear me.
Copy that. I can hear you.
Okay, so he can hear me. We're all good. And I'm gonna just sit here. I'm gonna keep glassing, make sure those elk are still there. We got some head signals figured out. Pretty much this means they spooked. This means we're good. And then I'm gonna point my hand for wherever he needs to go. But I think he understands they're out. And yeah, it's not hunting season, and we're out here having fun. So we're gonna see how close he can get. It's always fun to just practice with some animals too. Okay, we're all good. I'm gonna save some battery. Let's see how this goes. Once he gets out in the open, I'll start filming him once he walks over there. Alright, so that cow is pretty nervous, and I don't know that she's looking at him. I don't think she is, because he's super far. But she's definitely looking in the direction he's at, but he's still like 600 yards away, so I just don't think she's looking at him. So I don't see Forrest yet, but he should be popping up on that logging road at any time soon.
Okay, so I'm now down in the open. I just crossed the creek right there. Our camera's in there. I'm gonna get that on the way back, and I just found a bunch of super fresh elk sign. River's somewhere up there.
Okay, that cow's walking. I gotta let him know. The cow is walking directly to you at fast speed.
There's another calf too.
Walking directly to you.
Do you see
I'm on the log.
road?
Yes, I see you. I'm gonna get the camera on you right now.
Okay, so River sees me, and he says there's now 4 elk, so this is a good sign. So I'm here where I wanted to get, and I cannot see the cow or calf or other. I'm gonna try to radio River.
Lost visual on both cow and calf. No idea where they are. Alright, so I don't know where that cow or calf is.
Do you see me? I'm right at the top of the rock where I want to get.
All the way next to the cows?
I'm at the rock.
Above the tree where you want to get.
I do not see the cow or calf.
I'm looking and I do not see you. Wave your hand so I can see you. Okay, I see you. Forrest, you're way too low down. You have a way more time to go.
Copy that. Just realized that. Okay, so I realized I'd gotten to the wrong spot. Just from radioing with the river, because it's kind of hard to tell when you're there. So I got another ridge to crest, and then I'm there.
That is hilarious. Okay, so he just got to a rock that he thought was the rock. It's not the rock. He's like not even there yet. So I see him, which is good, but he's definitely not there yet. And I don't know where those cows are. So he's gonna make his way up there, and then we'll see. You are at the big birch tree, the first major marker.
Copy.
Yep, I can see your thumbs up. You don't need to respond through the walkie-talkie if you don't want to. Just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Go extremely slow from here. You're within 200 yards.
I'm at the base of the next ridge. So now I just have to go up to this ridge, and then I'm going to be there. And River says he can't really see the cows, the elk anymore, so I think they went down below our field of view because the ridge is blocking it.
Alright, so he's making really good progress. He's just below that first open patch, and that's the patch that the lone tree is in that he needs to first get to. Like I said, completely lost visual on both the cows, but from what I understand, I think they just moved more left, so he should be able to see him once we get over there. They just probably went behind that ridge for me. Okay, update, Forrest. I've lost visual on both the cows,
But I'm 99% sure they just moved more to the left.
meaning they went behind the white rock for me, but if you peek over the white rock, you'll be able to see them. We're all still good. He's getting really close to that destination. Hopefully he'll be able to see him when he peeks over. Lost visual on you. Never mind, I see you. You're like 20 yards away from that lone tree. Just get up to the tree and then we'll be good. Okay, Forrest, you're probably within 100 yards of where they are at. If you just get to that white tree, take a breath.
Put your backpack off, and then slowly flip over the top. You should be able to see them.
Also, important update, I was looking on Onyx. There is a pond just behind the lip of those white rocks. It's where the aspens are. That's probably where they are. So just know that there's a pond right there, and they're probably watering at the pond. Alright, he is at the first lone tree we wanted to get to, so he should just peek over that top and they should be up there. Update, Forrest, I need to change batteries on this camera, so please wait there until I change the battery so I can film you going over the top. I couldn't see your hand. Is that a yes or no? Wave your hands up and down if it's a yes. Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to change it now. Just wait.
Okay, so I'm up to where our actual spot is. And I've talked river. I'm good. I'm gonna take my backpack off, catch a breather. And then I'm gonna peek over this ridge and it should be right there.
Okay, you can go whenever you're ready.
All right, getting real, boys. He's going over the top right now.
I got all my stuff down and the river's ready, so.
Just remember, go super slow. I won't talk into the walkie-talkie anymore. Okay, he's giving me the no signal. That means I'm being too loud, so.
I'm ready. We're gonna be real quiet. Go in on this stalk. Check the wind here. I just did, but I might have changed. Wind's kind of going that way. The cows should be like back right there.
Okay, he is about to peak that top right there. Okay, literally 5 seconds away, he's gonna peek over that top.
Okay, I'm at the top here and I don't. Oh. Shit, what is this? What is this? Okay, I got a deer. I see a deer. I see an elk. It's not a deer, it's an elk. It's a calf. My wind is absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible.
You should be right on him. He should be able to see him. He stopped. I can't walkie-talkie him because he's so close to those things that if I walkie-talkie him, he'll just spook him. With how long he's been standing there for, I feel like he probably sees him right now.
Okay, so I see a calf. Calf is right there. My wind is blowing like directly to it. Oh. May have just spooked. Okay, it's in the woods now. My wind's going like just to the side of it.
Okay, he's putting the GoPro on. He definitely sees me. He's glassing me. He's saying they walked away. What are you trying to say? There is one calf about 50 yards away from me, just behind the brush. My wind is pretty bad, so I'm gonna wait here until it changes, or I'm gonna go around. I see one calf. He sees one calf. Okay, so is she directly behind where you are right now, or more towards the aspens? Directly behind. I'm pretty sure all the elk are bedded in the aspens. Okay, we'll go, just switch to get the wind right first thing. I'm just gonna go up to the ridge to my left now and see if they spook when my wind blows directly to them so that I can see them. Copy that. After you do that, just come back. Copy. Well, that was nothing but a good time. What happened was he got all the way up there. Those cows had moved to the left. There's a little group of aspens over there. So they had moved, and he thinks they actually bedded in there. Because it's like 11 right now. He saw one calf at about 50 yards. So he's going to move around and see if he can see him from a different angle and then head back. But that was pretty fun. And good way to start out the summer. All right, so while Forrest is finishing up with those elk, I'm going to move up this logging road maybe 50 or 60 yards so I can see around this bend and glass all this new stuff. We've probably been sitting there for 2 hours and haven't seen anything besides the elk and turkeys, and the main goal was to try to see some bears, so I'm gonna get up right here and start looking. No sign of the elk, so I'm gonna go head back to the river now. That was fun. It's really, absolutely gorgeous country. Really beautiful. Remember those turkeys we saw earlier? I am now seeing them again here. There's the tom right there. There's a tom and 2 hens. I will say this scope I got is really nice. It's a Goski, and most scopes have this, but I really like this feature because you can turn the whole thing like this, right? And that way, if I want a glass over here, but I don't want to have to crane my neck over there, I can just turn the scope like this, have a straight eyepiece and glass to this side, right, and be able to see what's over there. And then, of course, there's just this locking mechanism too, so if you don't want it to switch, you can. But it's a great scope. Not sponsored, at least not yet. But I do love this thing. Alright, well, I've been glassing this for probably 20 or 30 minutes. Picked up a turkey vulture sitting on the stump that Forrest just was at, so that's kind of funny. Forrest is down in the creek looking for the trail camera. And I just ran into this big pile of bear scat. It's pretty good, probably within the past 3 days. That's awesome though, so we know there has been a bear in here, so it looks absolutely different. It is like extremely different down in here than when we came down here and put the camera up like 55 days ago. This is ridiculous how thick it is in here. It just went down really far, and I'm just gonna walk up the creek till I find it. Found more bear scat. I'm gonna head back up the river, and we'll check the camera and show you guys what's on it. He's gonna pick that SD card up, and then we're gonna come up, and I think I'll just meet him up here, and then we'll head to another spot. But he said he just found some fresh bear scat down there, so that's really encouraging. What? Didn't hear that.
Trying
Well, he's enjoying that down there. Anyways, yeah, so he's picked up some bear scat down there, which is a good sign. Haven't seen any bears up here, though, so I'm going to keep glassing for another 10 or 15 minutes until he gets up to the road, and then we'll check the camera. Yeah, we'll go down there. Alright. Turns out he's got the camera fine, so we're just going to go meet up with him and see you up there. Alright, well, we are hiking out of this drainage. I dropped down so that I could meet up with Forrest. We checked that trail camera. 6 bears on here. So I'm kind of surprised we didn't glass anything up, including well, there was a real big cinnamon coming in the early morning. And then there was a couple other single bears, but there was also a sow, jet black sow, with 2 cubs, 1 cinnamon, 1 jet black, which was super cool. We're hiking out of here. Gonna hit the road. Great day, wonderful day. Got a tick? Yeah. Gnarly little buggers. How are those boots holding up for you?
Great, these things are tough as hell. They're super comfortable. Way more comfortable than just my normal tennis shoes that I wear day to day.
Great day to be out. That was pretty fun seeing those elk. Thanks, y'all. See ya.